Hello, right, so we're on to table 28, but before we get on with that, let's cover something that's happened recently. There's no easy way of putting it. For anybody who has been interested in Pinball FX2, you cannot get it anymore. It's been removed from Steam, and I don't think Zen Studios offer it anymore. So no, you can't get it. However, obviously, if you do already have it, whether it's the Steam version or the Windows 10 version or whatever, or Windows 7 version, whichever one it was, you can still play it just fine. But if you haven't got all of the tables on it, then, well, hopefully you won't find any new ones that you will want, because you can't buy Pinball FX2 DLC anymore either. So yes, you can still play the game, and yes, you can still play all of the tables that you own in FX2, but that is it. You cannot buy any new tables for it, and you cannot download Pinball FX2 brand new anymore, which I think is a shame, but there you go, it was somewhat inevitable. So it is now Pinball FX3 only, and it does also mean, of course, that the tables that will not be coming to FX3, the two South Park tables, Plants vs Zombies and Explosion Man, you now cannot get them. I mean, like I said in the review of that specific table, Super League Football is coming. It is going to be made available. It's currently in the process of being remade. But yes, that one is coming back. That will be available in FX3 once they finish getting that one sorted out. So yeah, not the start I really wanted to do, but well, I guess that means then that this is now just Pinball FX3 only. I mean, alright, I do still have two more FX2 tables to do. Thankfully, in a way, they are both shit, so it's not that big a deal that you won't be able to get them. So I might do them fairly soon to get them out of the way. They are, of course, the two South Park tables. But yeah, I'll just get them done. It's basically a case of this is what you're missing, but they're both absolute bollocks anyway, so you're really not missing anything at all. Anyway,
my collection.
On with this table 28. Now, I've done a few Marvel ones lately, and I've done a few Star Wars ones, so it's time for me to do something that is neither of those. So we are going to do the last of the Bethesda pinball tables that I have to cover. So of course that is...
War never changes.
No, it's actually Fallout. Now, what I thought I would do with my reviews, now that they are Pinball FX3 only, is I will start by doing challenge modes, so that we get like a fairly quick game. So we'll start with the 5-minute challenge, largely because this is the one that offers the wizard power that I really want. I've just noticed though that the first star in the 5-minute challenge involves getting a score of 2,100,000. So anyway, this is obviously based on the Bethesda game. I have never played any of the Fallout games. I do have one of them. I have the first one.
Time is done. This is the age of the super mutant.
There you go. I do have one. I had the first Fallout game only because it was free from GOG for a while. We're talking like, 2 years, maybe more ago. But even then, I've never played it. something about Fallout just does not interest me in the slightest. I know a few, actually more than a few, people who do play it and think it's great. I get the impression that Fallout 4, is it 4, the latest one, is widely considered to be the best one. I'll take their word for it. There are several things about the whole Fallout series that irritate me, and there's no reason for them to put me off wanting to try the game, but they just irritate me beyond belief. Anyway, let's get a game underway. Now, you start with this character selection thing, and well, okay, yeah, I'll show it so that so we can choose the male character, and then we can decide what his special abilities will be. Incidentally, that cartoon character there that you see in the background and supposedly appears in their adverts, yeah, that is one of the most irritating things about the game, and one of the reasons why I hate, or I have no interest in trying the game. Yes, I know, it's fucking stupid, but there you go. Alright, so I've got this just adding all of these abilities. I've got 3 more that I can increase. I'll do that one, that one, that one. Alright, there you go. And then we'll select the companion. So here you go. And if you want to create your character, you have to do that at the start of every single go, because your character does not get saved, does not carry on to yeah, your next go on this table.
Nice.
Yeah, nice isn't quite the word that sprang to mind when I found out about that. Consequently, like just about everybody else who still plays this table, I no longer bother with that character creation. I just hit straight on random and say, yeah, that'll do. Right, so well, I've got fuck all, so I can't do anything anyway. So
Sorry, I don't have the cats.
Where's fucking exit? Right, yeah, I haven't got
That's
the
all?
fucking I haven't got the money.
Let's hurry this.
So around the time that this table came out, Zen Studios really liked these sort of like cardboard cutout style targets that crop up. There were an awful lot of tables that they were bringing out that featured them. It's not a bad feature, but you know, it doesn't mean you have to put it in every fucking table. Bollocks.
Careful.
Ah, that's okay.
Hey, you disappear! No fair! I can hear you.
Because this is the say the 5-minute challenge mode, I've got unlimited you know, ball launches.
Nice.
So yeah, it is just a case of waiting for the time to run out.
Perfect.
But yeah, I've got 1 star so far. I've used quite a bit of my time.
I'll work with you then.
Work with the railroad lot. So I think my chances of getting the getting the 5th star, which is what I need to get the wizard power that I want, yeah, they seem a bit remote. So I dare say all of these modes mean something to, you know, players of Fallout. Like I say, I'm not one of them, so I don't recognise any of these modes. I don't know who the irritating cunt is who's standing at the back constantly shouting away, but he gets on my fucking tits, so yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Good. Let's hurry this up.
You hit like a rat roach. That sound. What is it?
I'm guessing I did alright there.
Nice.
So I've got 2 stars.
Alright, in you go.
Oh, fucking.
The railroad requires my attention.
So I'm up to 3 stars now, but I've got just over a minute to get the 2 more stars I need for the
depending on what it is. Fine. Just point me in the right
fucking
direction.
yeah, the wizard power that I'm after. I don't rate my chances. So anyway, because I don't really know the Fallout games, and I don't really care about them too much, I basically have to treat this table as a completely original one, not one that's based on, you know, a licensed title. Because, yeah, it's a title I've never played, so I don't know it.
Smashy! Let's play, little human. Nice try.
So less than 10 seconds.
No fair.
Absolutely fuck all nowhere. 3 stars. What a fucking waste of time. So I couldn't even get anywhere near yeah, being able to get that score boost. So yeah, I got 3 stars, I need 5. So yeah, that was a fucking waste of time.
5-minute challenge results. Challenges.
So let's actually no, let's not go back to the challenge. If I can't do that one, I'm going to do fucking shit in the other 2 as well.
Single player.
So let's start the game proper then, and this time we'll get the review underway. So graphically, yeah, it's fine, but yeah, one aspect of the game I really hate is this fucking, you know, creating a character. If it doesn't save your character, then what's the fucking point of having the character creation thing there in the first place? Just, you know, click random straight away every time. Like I say, that's all I do now, and it's also what just about everybody else who plays this game does. So anyway, yeah, so graphically I think the table looks pretty good. So I don't play the Fallout games, but I am very familiar with the graphical style,
requires my attention.
and it looks like they've captured that quite well here. With the audio, the music is not the most memorable music I've ever heard.
This place smells horrible.
And a big good fight.
So anyway, yes, the music is not the most memorable I've ever heard. The audio, you know, in terms of like the sound effects, I've heard far worse. I've heard worse just within this, you know, just within Pinball FX3, let alone within, you know, other games. So yeah, the sound effects are bad, and even some of the you know, the dialogue is okay in places, but yeah, that cunt at the side there.
Let's try this.
You die now, human!
I meant to hit that. Yeah, I don't know what I was fucking doing there. Yeah, so yeah, him standing at the back. Yeah, he's a fucking irritating cunt. So you know, can't have everything. Okay, how many times have I got to hit these targets? Quite a few by the looks of it. That's, oh okay, I thought that was going straight out.
Let's play, little human! You move too much!
That, oh okay. Thought that was going straight in between the two. Well, it's going straight out anyway.
Excellent. That was close.
That was beyond fucking close. Fucking yeah.
Nice.
So right, we covered the graphics, covered the audio, the gameplay. There is another table in the game which I haven't yet covered that this reminds me of, because it's somewhat lopsided. Now, I did describe the V12 table as lopsided. I can tell you now, I'm not referring to V12, because that table is just fucking shit. I mean, alright. Oh, fuck.
Come on, focus.
Yeah, okay, this, you know, isn't the greatest table in the game, but it's not V12. So, yeah, the sort of lopsided nature of it makes it, it makes it a table that rather divides opinion. It seems to be one of those tables that you either love it or you hate it. Although that said,
The Brotherhood needs me.
I'm one of those who I can give or take it. As always, I fucking detest the overpowered bumpers by the side, especially the number of times that you hit them and yeah, they just go straight out. So yeah, I mean it still has aspects that I fucking detest, but that's really not all that surprising. Every table in the fucking game has that feature. I say feature. I also know that I am far from the only one who hates it, and yet it really does sometimes feel like Zen Studios just don't care about their customer base. Plenty of us hate these overpowered bumpers, but they're not going anywhere. Anyway, I've got my best score of the week. That's because I haven't played this table in about 2 weeks, so that's really not saying anything. So I've got to hit the flashing lanes, but no, the ball goes out anyway, so that, I think you'll find it's game over. 18 million. I haven't got a clue if that's top score or what. We're about to find out.
Upgrades.
Right, well, let's at least have, you know, upgrades that give me a score.
Single player results.
So, no, not the highest. What a surprise.
Single player and
So how do I rate it? Yeah, it's a table which, say,
Glad to have you with me.
I can give or take.
This is the age of the super mutant.
It does have more features I hate than features I like,
Nuka-Cola.
which, you know, isn't exactly getting things off to a great start. The subject matter is something that I really couldn't give a fucking monkey's toss about. And while I think that, you know, graphically it's okay, and the audio is okay for the most part, and I mean the layout isn't fucking horrific, but the layout does have the ability to fuck you off like just then. There's absolutely fuck all that I or anybody else could have done to stop that ball going out. Why the fuck did Zen think, yes, it's a good idea to put that into all of the tables? Yeah, I haven't got the money to buy anything, so...
That's all? The railroad requires my attention.
And of course,
Let's hurry this up.
with this game, or this table rather,
Like a rat roach.
it always had these overpowered bumpers, because this is one of the later tables in Pinball FX2 when they had decided it was a fantastic idea to put the table in everything. So when you get that fucking thing,
You pay for that.
just utterly fucking sick of it constantly doing that.
Nice.
So I score this
That was close.
2. Actually, you know what, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm just so fucking sick of it.
Gonna be good fight.
Careful.
So every time you get to a point where you can finally do something, the target just straight away sends the fucking ball out, and there is fuck all you can do.
Hey, you disappear. No.
Single player results.
So I've fucking had enough. So this gets, I don't give a fuck out of 10. Make up a score for yourself, and that'll do. Because, yeah, I've just had a fucking gutful of this one. Alright, be back with 29 whenever.